Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Pastor Bobby here. I'm so excited. Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. You got the last minute shopping out the way. You might be cooking right now, but it is a tradition that was started a few years ago. And I just like to keep up with it. So grab your kiddos. We're about to have story time. This is for the kids. This is for the kids. And I just want to read a story to them, spend some time with them as their pastor. Just reading a Christmas story on Christmas Eve to our young people. So grab your kids, gather them up with you. Mine are right over here, and we're going to read this story. It's called Santa's Quiet Lesson. Santa's Quiet Lesson. So I hope you guys like this story. I hope you like this story, and if you do, let me know. It might be a work in progress. So, hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. All right, so we're going to read the story. Once again, if you have kids or grandkids and nephews and nieces around, grab them. Let them know that Pastor Bobby is about to read a story just for them. We're about to have story time just for them. Tonight's story is called Santa's Quiet Lesson. Santa's Quiet Lesson. All right, so here we go. Eli wasn't supposed to be awake. The house was dark and still, except for the soft blinking of the Christmas tree lights in the living room. Eli pulled his blanket closer and tried to fall back asleep, but then he heard it. A gentle thump, a quiet jingle. Santa? Eli slipped out of bed and tiptoed down the hallway. The floor felt cold under his feet. He peeked around the corner and froze. There, beside the Christmas tree, stood Santa Claus. And he was just like the pictures: red suit, white beard, boots dusted with snow. Santa was carefully placing a wrapped gift beneath the Christmas tree, humming softly as he worked. Eli gasped. Santa turned slowly and smiled. Well, now, he said in a calm, kind voice. Looked like someone stayed awake a little too long. I'm sorry, Eli whispered. I didn't mean to spy. Santa chuckled. No harm done. My boy, Christmas Eve has a way of waking curious hearts. Santa paused. He knelt down so his eyes were level with Eli's. The room felt warm somehow. That's a very important question, Santa said. Santa paused. That's a very important question, Santa said, and the answer is no. Well, what was the question, you asked? Eli stared at the pile of presents and asked, so is Christmas about getting gifts? He pointed towards the twinkling tree. Long before I ever delivered presents, Christmas began with a baby. No palace, no gold ribbons, just a manger, a star, and love. A baby? Eli asked. Yes, Santa replied gently. Jesus, God's greatest gift to the world. Santa picked up a small package and placed it in Eli's hand. Presents are reminders. They somehow help us remember love, generosity, and hope, but they are not the main gift. Then why do you give presents? Eli asked. Santa's eyes twinkled brighter than the lights on the tree. Because giving is a part of the story. I don't bring gifts instead of Jesus. I bring gifts because of him. Every gift is meant to whisper, you are loved. Eli looked around the quiet room and nodded slowly. A soft bell chimed outside. That's my signal, Santa said, standing. Remember, Eli, Christmas doesn't end when the wrapping paper is gone. It lives in how you love others all year long. Santa tipped his hat, placed his finger on his nose, and with the twirl of magic and snow, disappeared up the chimney. Eli stood very still, holding the small package in his hands. When morning finally came, Eli ran into the living room. In his pajamas, The tree sparkled, and the presents were piled high, just like Santa promised. Santa came, his little sister cheered. Mom smiled. Dad poured coffee as everyone gathered around the tree. Before anyone reached for a gift, Eli took a deep breath. His heart beat faster and faster. Wait, he said, can I say something first? His family looked at him surprised. Last night, Eli said, Santa told me Christmas isn't just about presents. He said the very first Christmas gift was Jesus, God giving his son because he loves us. The room went quiet, not in a sad way, but in a peaceful one. Dad set his mug down. Mom squeezed Eli's hand. That's true, Mom said softly. Jesus is the greatest gift. So when we open our presents, Eli continued, we should remember they're reminders of love, kindness, and sharing. Everyone nodded. They bowed their heads and prayed together, thanking God for Jesus, for family, and for the joy of Christmas morning. As laughter filled the room and wrapping paper flew through the air, Eli felt warm inside. But sharing the story of Jesus felt even better. And as snow drifts past the window, Eli thought he saw a bright sparkle in the sky, a twinkle of approval riding off into Christmas morning. Santa's quiet lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed that original story. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas Eve. Make sure that we remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Love on your family members. Tell them that you love them. And remember that the giving of gifts is to show love to one another and a reminder that Jesus is the greatest gift ever given to humanity. All right, guys, love God, live God, and give God. Merry Christmas. Make sure you guys catch our very Merry Christmas special streaming tomorrow, Christmas Day. You don't want to miss it. I love you all. Peace.